right. So for drill and cheer, you guys are definitely an exception to the rule where you guys are located all over the school. So I'm going to just pretty much show you every venue that you could possibly be in or practicing in, and then where the ambulance needs to come and how you would handle based on that. So, first of all, what is an emergency action plan? It's essentially a plan designed to help in a case of an emergency. So, it's the roles that the responders will play, the location the EMS will use to arrive, the location and use of any emergency equipment, and what we do in a large scale evacuation. We do venue specific because the ambulance will go different locations or different ways to get to different locations. There might be different equipment involved, things like that. So, your first location, if you are out practicing on the field or running the track with your team, the ambulance can kind of come down. They'll go through the entrance that comes along the bus route lane here, turn and come up the sidewalk, and then go to whatever location you need them at. Most likely probably here for the field for you guys. But notice there are 3 stars. That is where there are gates located, and there is a key sometimes locking those, and that's the 105 key. So I recommend every coach gets a hold of a 105 key and has a designated person in charge of opening the gates in an emergency. If it's like a game day or the field or turf or stands are very full, or tennis has a huge match going on, it's hard to get the ambulance up that route. So we may come and have them come on the north side and come down the sidewalk here. There is one gate there for the 105 key, so they'll drive right up onto that sidewalk. Now I have this Kestrel on the screen. So the Kestrel is used to monitor temperature, humidity, and the ambient temperature of the air. All right, so this is what the wet bulb globe guide looks like. So this will be sitting out on the field anytime the temperature is warm, and so we will have this sitting out there. Sometimes it will chirp at you. The chirping is an indication you need to come look at it, and it will tell you a color, and then you just follow the guide there. It's attached to the thermometer. It's got this whole thing on there so you can see exactly what you need to do to modify your practices. Now, when you guys usually practice in the mornings, I don't worry too much because it is much cooler at that time of the day. But if for whatever reason you're practicing in the heat of the day, you will need to follow this. All right, when you guys are in the gyms participating and practicing, the ambulance will come down and then go up through the main entrance to the gyms, and then weight room and spin room similarly. If your athlete makes it to the athletic training room and we call from there, the ambulance will just continue along and then come through that external entrance on the north side. If it's for the dance room or auditorium, we're actually going to have them continue down and come through the main entrance and then come right here up onto the sidewalk, so they can go right into the dance room or the auditorium. All right, so the roles of the first responders include care of the athlete, activation of the EMS by calling 911 and providing all the information they need, activating the phone tree, which the head coach will have and will demonstrate to the assistant coaches what the phone tree will look like, and then who's going to get the emergency equipment and who's going to direct the EMS to the scene and open the gates, and then who's going to control the scene by limiting the bystanders or even the team from being around the victim. We have all of our emergency equipment located with us, or wherever we're located. So if there's a volleyball game, it will be in with us in the training room near the volleyball court. But if we're in the golf carts outside, then it will be in the golf carts. We have actually 8 AEDs now. We just got 2 additional ones, and I just haven't put them on here yet, so I'll explain those. So we've got AEDs located all over the school, by the welding room, by the upstairs and downstairs faculty rooms, by the auditorium alcove, next to the spin room. And then we actually have 2 for the athletic trainers, 1 for each golf cart when we're going to be outside at different locations, and or 1 person inside, 1 person outside. And then the 8th one is located in the indoor practice facility. We also have emergency ice available in the hallway, and then outside in the concession stand in the middle, there is a deep freeze. We'll try to have 40 or 50 bags out there at any given time to use. And then in the indoor facility, if that is being used, this time of year it's usually not because it's too hot in there. But if that's being used, we'll have a cooler with ice out there. And then some teams like to actually check out their own cooler every day after practice, like softball, because they have so many shoulders that they like to ice after pitching. If you have any questions for me, please reach out and let me know.